Alright guys, starting out on this video today, I'm going to be talking about microminerals, and we're going to talk about all of that. Now we are going to be talking about microminerals first, then we're going to be going to trace them out and trace elements. We're going to be talking about trace minerals and trace elements, and then we're going to be going to what are the minerals that they consist of. So first we're going to be talking about microminerals, of course, that's what we're talking about in this video. So microminerals are minerals that are needed in smaller amount of quantities, small amounts of portions too, just as well. So now, as we're talking about this, usually another name for that is trace elements and trace minerals, but macrominerals are needed in larger amount of portions. But the thing about microminerals, and they're needed in less than 100 milligrams. So they're needed in less than 100 milligrams, but guess what? Macrominerals are needed in more than 100 milligrams. So, 100 plus milligrams, they need over that. So the amount of portions are higher that you're going to be consuming to make sure you're getting all the macrominerals. The bits that I'm trying to get into, macrominerals, they're hard to get because there's a larger amount of quantity, and the amount of milligrams that you have to consume into your diet to have a balance of those minerals. It's really, really hard to get. Microminerals are very easy because you can get those minerals, and listen, you don't even need that many milligrams of it. You need 100 milligrams. Shit, that's easy. But when you look at macrominerals, you're gonna need more, and of course, it's a mineral that you need in larger amounts of portions and larger amount of qualities too, so that makes it harder to get in your diet too. So you're going to be going to that more to supplementations, to supplement out in your diet to make sure that you're getting in your diet and you have a full balanced nutrition, and you have a balance of macrominerals, micronutrients, and macronutrients just as well. But the thing about that, I want to talk about why I will always say I think I did this on my supplementation video or whatever, because let's talk about some things here. Let me think for a minute. 1, 2, 3, 4. Insulin resistance or insulin sensitivity is when the hormone insulin cannot regulate your blood glucose level, leading to low to high blood sugar. And the thing about this is that type 1 diabetes, type 2 diabetes, let me go over this real fast. So, what is type 1 diabetes? Which one is worse? Is more worse? Sorry for my grammar right now. It's getting a little bit poor right now. Anyways, let's talk about that. So which one is worse? So type 1 diabetes is worse because that's when when your blood glucose level is so fucked up, your carbohydrate intake is not remaining constant, and you're having too many carbohydrates, and you're not paying attention, to really maintaining your carbohydrate intake to have a balanced amount of carbohydrates. So the thing about that is that's happening, and the hormone is the fucking hormone insulin. As you know, of course, the hormone insulin, the pancreas makes the hormone insulin. It gets to the point where it's so fucked that the hormone insulin's like, I can't do this, and glucagon's like, oh my god, wait, glucagon, as the one bitch said it from old school I used to go to. Anyways, she said glucagon, but I'm gonna say glucagon, because that's why I like glucagon. So glucagon is like, shit, wait. Yeah, it sounds funny as a hormone insulin. So insulin sensitivity or insulin resistance, of course, is when the hormone insulin cannot regulate your blood glucose level, leading to low to high blood sugar, leading into type 1 diabetes and type 2 diabetes as well. But type 2 diabetes can really be fixed, can really be just easily solved as long as you have a constant amount, a correct amount, and a balanced amount of carbohydrates in your diet, and you just have balance. That's the only thing you know. The only thing you know about getting to where the hormone insulin can start regulating your blood glucose level. It won't be so out of control. It will be in control. It can get in control with the hormone glucagon. But the thing about that, you just lower your carbohydrate intake just as well to lower the chances of, and keep it at, just keep it at a constant, to avoid low blood sugar, too high blood sugar as well. So what is type 1 diabetes is when the blood glucose level is so fucked up that the hormone insulin is not even being made in the body, and the glucagon's like, holy shit, where's insulin at? And then finds out insulin's not there anymore. He loses his best friend, insulin. Glucagon, he couldn't do anything. Like, glucagon is not the number one hormone for maintaining your blood glucose level and for getting it into control. That is insulin, which that is why diabetics have most problems when they get into that. Type 1 diabetes is a whole nother story. It's fucking crazy because the hormones not being made in the body because the blood glucose level is too high, too low. It's just imbalance, and it's not a balance. It's not being made at constant, and you eat too many carbohydrates or not enough carbohydrates, causing all these problems with the hormones, with insulin, with glucagon, leading to insulin resistance, insulin sensitivity, leading into all that diabetes. So now we're talking about that, and you gotta take insulin shots to get the insulin back in your body because it needs to regulate the blood glucose levels, the blood sugar levels. It needs to regulate all that blood sugar. It needs to regulate all of it. And glucagon is not the number one main hormone for doing that. It cannot do shit. It cannot do shit without insulin. Insulin is the one that it relies on. It relies on that. They work together to get the blood glucose level under control and make sure that it's constant and you avoid low blood sugar, the high blood sugar. Anyways, boom, let's start talking about that. So what are microminerals, as I talk about, are minerals that are needed in smaller amount of quantities, but they need in less milligrams than that of macrominerals. So of course they're needed in smaller quantities, portions, sizes under less than 100 milligrams. And now as we're talking about trace minerals to trace elements, now they are needed in microgram quantities, the amounts of sizes, the amount of portions they're needed in microgram quantities or portions. They're needed in that. And now, so macrominerals, let me just go over this one time. Because macrominerals, hey, this is not your video, macrominerals. Is this your video? Do I see your name on it? No. Macrominerals, this is not your video. Get out of this, macrominerals. It's microminerals time. And you're really just taking up, and I don't appreciate this. I mean, you got your whole video to yourself. Can you let microminerals get a video to itself? It kind of needs it. Really? You want to play with that? Get out of here. Sorry, guys. Macrominerals is being a fucking bitch right now. I don't like macrominerals. Let's talk about it one more time. That's it. So macrominerals are needed in larger amounts of portion sizes, are needed in more than 100 milligrams over that limit. So they have a specific. There's a specific intake of both microminerals and macrominerals, and it's really hard to find it in macrominerals because they are needed in more amounts of milligrams and more than 100 milligrams, and you gotta make sure you get everything, but you gotta make sure you get a balance of everything, and then it's more than 100 milligrams, and 100 milligrams is hard to really get of any mineral. So then you start going supplementation, but please don't fuck up your blood glucose level by relying off of supplementations, because a lot of them just full of dextrose monohydrate, full of sugar, just full of carbohydrates too, just as well, and it's not good. Especially you're gonna be a diabetic right fucking away. You're gonna have some constipation. You have some bloating, inflammations. From all the protein, from all of the sugar, how dense that is, and how it gets processed, and the catabolic breakdowns, how it gets broken down, utilized energy. If it's not utilized as energy, if it's not being utilized as energy, it's going to be utilized fat. It's going to be stored as fat. More body composition. Just add that, and more fat percentages are going to be building up, and then that sugar's doing nothing, because then you gotta reset your metabolism to the point where it can take it in, take a lot of calories, and you can be hypercaloric, hypotonic. You can have high amounts of muscle tone. You can have a high metabolism, high functioning metabolism that can take in a lot of calories and burn off, utilizes the energy, keep growing the metabolites, and keep growing your metabolism on the long way, of course, of muscle fibers going into type 1 to type 2 muscle fiber with a higher capacity to grow just well. And for the muscle fibers, they need the energy, of course, in the anabolic breakdown. The energy that it gets from the calorie breakdown is processed, synthesized, or broken down for the anabolic breakdowns, to make the metabolites, to make the metabolites to increase your metabolism, to make metabolites that are major in increasing your metabolism, and also it's important to the growth, development, and production, reproduction, if you want to say. I'm just joking. And production of muscle fiber type 1, low capacity to grow low amounts of muscle tone, low amounts of muscular hypertrophy. 2, muscle fiber type 2 that has a higher capacity to grow and a higher amount of muscle tone, vascularity, and muscular hypertrophy. So I was talking about all that. Now at the end of the video, I'm going to be talking about, I talked about everything about microminerals that you need to know. So of course So microminerals, let's go over it one more time. So they're needed in small amounts of portions, small amounts of sizes, or small amounts of quantities less than 100 milligrams. And trace minerals or trace elements are needed in micrograms, as we're talking about that, micrograms. So of course, now it's major for plant growth and development. The same can be said about, muscle growth and development of muscle fibers. If we're talking about muscular hypertrophy, we're talking about muscle fibers expanding, muscle fibers, expanding, or whatever. But anyways, yeah, we're talking about all that. Not just plants. It's not just plants need vitamins. We need vitamins too. Of course, we all need a balance of nutrition. We all need these crucial nutrients. We all need these crucial minerals, vitamins. We all need this. Well, actually, shit. Zombies don't when you think about that. Well, anybody, anybody who has an organ, do we need this? Oh my god. You mean we can just not care a damn about nutrition and let our bodies go to hell? Yes, you can, but I do not recommend that. I'm not saying that. Anyways, now what are the minerals? The minerals are, of course, molybdenum, fluorine. The minerals are also iodine, zinc, copper, cobalt, manganese, and it's also selenium. I was talking about. We got fluorine, we got iodine, we got iron, zinc, copper, cobalt, molybdenum. We also have cobalt, we have manganese, we have selenium just as well that I talked about earlier, and then fluorine and iodine is that we have. So, of course, copper, selenium, copper, selenium, iron, zinc, cobalt, manganese, iodine, fluorine, chromium. Anyways, that was the video for today, guys. So, love you guys, and it's a sheet. No, it's a sheet. All right, bye, guys. Love you guys. Bye.